What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show with another video, and today we're looking at another anime square video. And today we're gonna be doing every MC at episode 1 strength, who will be the last one standing. So it's basically like a free fall. Basically everybody is level 1 pretty much, like the original start off the series strong. Man, like always, we don't really do much research. This is going straight off of memory. I've seen every anime posted here. I think I've seen them all to completion, but I've obviously seen episode 1 of all these anime. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. All right, so first we got Naruto. Self-explanatory here. Naruto fought chakra inside of episode 1. He wasn't really a ninja yet, but he did have specific things. We'll get into that later in the video. Now we got Ichigo. I think in the beginning of episode 1 he just became a Soul Reaper. Like, I feel like in episode 1, you know what, I don't know if he even became a Soul Reaper. Did he get to see the monster and that's when it ended, like the first ending part or whatever, or did he get the Soul Reaper powers and then go? Obviously we don't know research. I'm gonna say he kind of got the Soul Reaper powers, but I'm not sure. But regardless, man, then we got Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy. I believe he had his fruit episode 1 because he was, I believe episode 1 was with Kobe and he was on an Alvida ship and everything. Then we got Asta from Black Clover. His episode 1, he got his grimoire for anti-magic, and then he was already kind of jacked a little bit because he had trained and everything. So not as big as he is now, obviously, but I think he was already kind of muscular. No, actually he might not have been, because he didn't get his sword until later, so I don't know if he actually grinded that strength out. Then we got Itadori, man. I think Itadori he was actually ridiculously strong because his physical strength was incredible even in episode 1. I believe, what's weird though, considering that he has Sukuna, we're not going to count Sukuna. Oh, that'd be hard, because we're not going to count Sukuna. We can't count Naruto Fox. That's difficult, because he did get Sukuna episode 1 if I'm not mistaken, and Naruto was born with, he had the Fox already when he was in episode 1, but we do know that the Fox will come out and help him if he's about to die. But the same could be said for Sukuna. So if we would have actually used Sukuna's power levels, I feel like everybody on this list would kind of be smoked, to be honest. Everybody on this list would kind of die, but I don't know. We'll probably just X him out for this video. Then again, it is only one finger Sukuna, so maybe. We got Natsu, probably the most balanced of anyone on this list in terms of episode 1, because at episode 1 he was pretty much as powerful as he is even later on in the series. Then we got Tokyo Ghoul, man. Kaneki, I believe he wasn't that strong. His first, he ended up getting strong a little bit later on in the series, so probably not him. Then we got Edward. I believe in episode 1 he was already traveling to, depending on which series you watched, but he already pretty much was at his current combat level. Him and himself is just kind of more of like intelligence, if anything. Then we got Gon episode 1, and him probably is like maybe the weakest on this list. He had good survival instincts, and that's pretty much it. So I can't really say much to that, but okay, here's what we'll do. We're gonna go ahead and eliminate 2, because I feel like 2 of these characters just, they could be on the list, but it's a little bit debatable. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of Gon for sure, because I think Gon episode 1, he had good adaptability with animals and stuff. He was good at hunting. He was actually pretty strong as like an actual kid, but some of these characters powerhouses from day 1, so that's a little bit interesting there. I'm also gonna get rid of Kaneki, because even though I feel like he could probably max out somebody like Edward, and maybe not, because Edward fought a lot of strong people, and his strength was pretty much there from episode 1. He already did the ritual and already gained the truth ability, and he fought a lot of dangerous creatures like homunculus and stuff, so he probably could have won against Kaneki, especially episode 1 Kaneki. So those 2 are eliminated first. This bracket is going to surprise you guys, and you guys are going to hate it, but it is what it is, man. It's my list. Okay, so then we'll take another look at the contestants again. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and eliminate one more person. We're going to eliminate Asta. Weirdly enough, I feel like Asta is an interesting case, because in episode 1 of Naruto, we see Naruto use some of the Naruto Fox. And I know that we talked about whether we was going to use the Naruto Fox in the equation, but the reason why I quantified Naruto having a Naruto Fox, it may be a little biased, but I really think that it should actually count, considering that Naruto was able to use some of the Fox chakra in episode 1, so that was kind of there. Itadori was able to switch places with Sukuna, but it wasn't more like his power. It's like a whole different entity. It'd be like me doing Yami episode 1 to versus Yugi episode 1. So Naruto Fox is used more like an ability, and Sukuna is used more like a different alternate personality. So with that being said, I'm going to get rid of Asta, because just honestly I think Naruto is on thin ice. I'm going to take a little bit to kind of weigh his abilities towards everybody else, but I think Naruto and Asta, to me, and even Itadori, to be honest, is kind of like in a 3-way battle for who I think I want to eliminate next. And I feel like just Asta with super strength, with like just regular muscle mass, is not beating Yuji with his innate super strength, and is not beating Naruto with his innate super strength, because he also has super strength because of the fox, which a lot of people don't really realize. Naruto's actually super strong. His actual physical body is strong. He has a good healing factor because of the fox, so that got taken into account. So I think Asta is the one to knock out here. Nobody's using magic, so it's pointless. All right, so for who's we got next? Honestly, to me, it's really a battle between Naruto and Itadori, who I'm gonna get rid of next. And I know you're thinking right now, I forgot one that I did not eliminate, actually. Edward Elric, I did not talk about him. I think Edward is a special case, because to me, him and Natsu are similar cases to each other, in which they were already they're pretty much as strong as they are, like, throughout the series. Now, obviously Natsu has some other power-ups that are temporary power-ups. Natsu's base power level really doesn't get stronger throughout the anime, and it's the same with Edward. He ends up, he just has more battle experience, but that's pretty much it. He's at his current power level throughout the show. It's not that type of show where you just get more powerful. So and then I don't want to overrate Luffy. Luffy being a rubber man is cool, but honestly, it's just tough. No, but let's just go through and talk about everybody's powers and abilities for a second. Naruto, supreme healing, super strength through the Nine-tailed fox. He knows shadow clone. I believe it's just multi-shadow clone technique, which is pretty powerful in the episode 1 matchup. We got Ichigo. I'm assuming that he became a Soul Reaper, because if he didn't become a Soul Reaper, he's pretty much just out this list in general. So let's say he became a Soul Reaper. He really doesn't know much about his abilities. Obviously, you can use the excuse that you can't see spirits or see ghosts or whatever, so you can't touch him, but we're not doing that here. And then there's Luffy. Luffy is already rubber. He has some fighting experience, not much though. Honestly, the only reason why his enemies can't really beat him is because they don't know how to deal with his power. Then you got Edward Elric and Itadori. Itadori just comes with a base power set of having like super speed, in a way, like super endurance, super physical abilities. That's his abilities, like super strength, like heightened strength, heightened speed. Edward Elric has a good number of battle experiences, not episode 1, but he has fought against a lot of people at that same current power level, so it's safe to assume that he will be doing the same here. And Natsu, he has a lot of experience by this point. He's been a wizard for a minute. He's already been through like pretty much his training phase, and his current power level is his current power level pretty much throughout the show. So all right, so time to get eliminated, man. I think we're gonna eliminate, it's what, 3 on the board? We're gonna eliminate 3 right now. I think it's easy to eliminate 3 for me. It's actually a little hard, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get rid of Ichigo. I think Ichigo he's strong, yes, but generally in episode 1, he's just like a guy with a sword and a little bit of spiritual pressure. He's not really that much. I think him, even Luffy, because the point of Luffy is kind of hard to deal with. I think him and Luffy should probably be both out, because Luffy in himself wasn't a super expert fighter. He's also another character that I feel like he went through a lot of times with the series at his current power level, so it's a little bit hard to quantify. But let's just hold that for a second. I'm getting rid of Naruto, because Naruto was just super untrained. I think Yuji's body is just physically stronger than his. I know that Naruto Fox has like a crazy physical body, but Yuji's body in itself is super strong and durable. But I mean, the same could be said with Naruto Fox. They're both crazy. I'm gonna get rid of Edward though, because even though Edward is powerful, he's generally a regular human, and he has fought against creatures that have like enhanced speed and stuff. He's fought against like the animal guys that have enhanced speed and have enhanced strength, and he's pretty much able to run ones with them. But I mean, obviously a lot of the times his battles are with his brothers, so he's a little bit overrated in this conversation. So with that being said, we're gonna get rid of this will be my 3. I'm gonna get rid of Edward, Ichigo, and Luffy. Those are gonna be my 3. And I know what you're thinking, absolutely know what you're thinking. Why are you getting rid of our Lord and Savior Luffy? Why are you getting rid of our Lord and Savior Ichigo? And you didn't even know why Edward was on this list to begin with. I think Luffy is cool. I think Luffy does kind of get a little bit of the bias there, because I don't want to rate Luffy too high, but a lot of his feats are basically base Luffy. Gear 2 is like a thing later on in the series, but we get to see base Luffy for a while. So yes, base Luffy could have been, I think his durability is definitely enhanced, but his body does get wore out, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't get wore out to like some basic pirates, but he definitely could have got beat on by, all of these characters are main characters of their own kind, so you have to look at it in a way that makes sense if they're gonna battle. Ichigo, he literally just got his powers. He's super inexperienced with it. At least Itadori was born with his body like that. At least Naruto, you know what I'm saying, was training to be a ninja from a young age, and his body, he's always grew up with his body being like that and advanced healing and everything. I just think Ichigo is just too young for the role, like in terms of like too green in episode 1. I think Edward is probably the most experienced at this point out of the ones that were eliminated, and I just feel like his actual power strength, he would be kind of outclassed because it's just him by himself, so he doesn't have a partner. He'd be kind of outclassed. Then we got our last round. I'm going to choose our last round from here, so the video won't be insanely long. Honestly, I think it's just simple for me. I think a person I've been eyeing to be number 1 pretty much out these last 3. I think we got Itadori, Naruto, and Natsu left. I think I know who I would choose to win for sure. And that's going to be Natsu. I think Natsu is going to win for me, and I have a couple of reasons why. I think either, like when I looked at this list, I either thought it could be Luffy or it could be Natsu. Luffy because his enhanced endurance and his ability to stay at that level 1 power, like that power from episode 1, take that same strength and do a lot of the stuff that he did in the series until he got to gear 2. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was cool. I feel like Eric was cool because he was just, you know, he was already experienced at this point. Gon was too inexperienced. Kaneki was too inexperienced. Asta was just getting to be a wizard. Ichigo was also too inexperienced. Ishidori had experience with his actual body, but just physical stats wouldn't work against somebody who has actually had their whole power set from day 1. Naruto himself, he was training to be a ninja. He had his abilities, like in terms of like shadow clone jutsu and stuff. He learned that really strong, like really quickly. I did allow Naruto to use the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra, but not to be able to use the Nine-Tailed Fox escaping and just destroying everything. Because that's the case, you can say that for a lot of stuff. Honestly, like Itadori, like Sukuna could just come out and kill everybody here. So I'm gonna go with Natsu. I think Natsu is ridiculously strong. Even at the start of the series, he's already a legendary figure. That's salamander, and he's ridiculously strong. He's part of a strong guild. All the stuff that Naruto, you see with Natsu building up later on in the story is like, you may see flashbacks from his past. He's been in the guild for a long time. He's learned his Dragon Slayer magic at a very young age. He comes into the series very, very powerful, and a lot of the big enemies in the series he defeats by absorbing other elements. And the reason why I say that actually could be applied here, even though, because those are temporary powers. He's kind of like Kirby in a way. He can eat something and basically kind of replicate the power in a way. And that's just an ability he has from day 1. So that's not necessarily an ability he had to train, or ability he didn't have from day 1 or episode 1. His base power dragon set was his base set. Like he can do that from episode 1 throughout the whole series. And obviously we're not using like the lightning, so we're not using any of his other enhanced abilities, but he has the ability to go into that if he can eat something of that element. So it makes him very scrappy. He has a very physical body, like in terms of defense and offense. Obviously flame magic and fire magic. He has the experience because he's been fighting for a long time, since even before he was a kid. You know what I mean? Well, even he was a kid and everything, he's been fighting for a very long time. And even if we use the Sukuna debate and we would use the Nine-Tailed Fox debate, Natsu has some other abilities inside of him that I won't mention here in case you haven't seen the show, but he also has some link to some very powerful stuff we won't mention here. If you guys know, you know, but I'm gonna choose Natsu on this one. I think Fairy Tail takes the win, not in much, but definitely in this. I think Natsu is the strongest coming out the gate. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.